Um, let's see. Why do I? It's gonna be a fun show today. We got tons of stuff going on. Lots of news. Good old Stinkos. Got a kind of a funny little heist-capade this week. And then an interesting free-for-all question that I'll get to regarding video games. So, all in all, it should be a heck of a time. Looks like Eric's got some reviews, so that'll be fun. Just holding on, Breakman. Eric, as soon as you see Break on your Skype, let him know to add me. Frank Branches on his Skype, and I'll add him to the Skype call. I also got a new soundboard. Eric, you want to hear some selection of noises that I got?
No.
You're like, no. Okay, well, fine. I'll give you that. How dare you not want to hear my sounds, Eric? You want a gong?
I want it to be a surprise.
Oh, you want it to be a surprise. Okay. I'll just give you one more just for a little taste. I got to add more, so it should be pretty fun. So, there we go.
Excuse me.
You are excused, sir. You are excused. I don't think anybody's in chat at the moment. Oh, Lurks is in chat. What up, Lurks? Nice to see you again in there. We haven't started the show yet. We're waiting on...
So, apparently Indie World's a convention that I didn't know about. But,
a what?
I guess Nintendo's working with them to do the next Nindies Direct.
Oh, yeah. What are you, Breakman?
I guess they're doing it specifically with them, because then they're probably going to have some Treehouse stuff going on.
Yeah. Is Break not online yet, Eric?
I don't see it showing up.
Okay. Just wait till you...
Then again, hold on. Let's see. Damn it.
Well, apparently there's an update to Skype, but I can't update it for whatever reason. It's kind of weird. If you're just joining us, the show's RPGrinders. We haven't started the show proper yet. We're waiting on...
I'd rather just Skype him so that I could save time.
Huh?
I mean, not Skype. Post a Twitter direct message.
Yeah, I already direct messaged him, but as soon as he's on Skype, let him know to add Frank Branches on Skype, the old account, because that's how we're doing the show today.
You're coming up as Francisco Ramos, though, so I'll just take...
Yeah, tell him that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I thought I saw him. Oh, yeah, there we go. I think he just added me. Should be a fun show. Show's RPGrinders. We haven't started.
Tell him on here?
Hang on, Eric. We haven't started the show proper yet, but we'll be going here real soon. I think I got Break, so just a matter of him getting on here, and we'll be good to go.
So did you hear about that Shantae's got a formal name now? Shantae 5?
Yeah, that's in one of the stories that you have in the news, so let's see. just waiting on confirmation from Break. Let's try to add Breakman. Come on, Break. You there, Eric?
Yes.
Alright. Yo, Breakman.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I mean, for some reason, my levels in my ear are a little low, but everything else looks really good. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Just you. Oh, there's somebody coughing.
That's definitely Eric. Does it sound loud enough to you guys? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you sound pretty loud to me, actually.
Okay, because everybody in my ear headphones doesn't. I got new programs and all kinds of shit, so
you
I'm trying
to... pretty new things.
I did. I got a pretty new computer. Even though it runs really hot, man, it's crazy. I think I got a solution for it. Let me just check the speeds real quick, make sure that those are doing okay still, and then we'll get this party started.
It's fine with the load and everything.
What's that?
Stop asking me questions while I'm trying to drink.
How dare you.
I was trying to load shit.
Yeah. How's your week, Break, while we wait for this little test?
It was a week.
It was a week. Yeah, another week in America that proves once again why this country is on the downturn.
As long as we have a jackass in charge.
Jackass in charge.
And not just of the country, but in charge of Congress and just all these assholes are in charge of everything.
Jackasses in general.
For every one of us. Yeah.
Wyland is in chat. What's up, Wyland? Let us know if you can hear us. I think you can. We haven't started the show. Just I got new equipment and little audio difficulties and shit like that. You know how things go. As soon as I get confirmation that Wyland can hear us. Okay.
And Skype hates me, so there's that too.
I couldn't update Skype for some reason. Skype is having issues. I don't know what the hell the deal is with Skype, but whatever. Let's
Skype.
Yeah.
How dare you be a free program that never works right?
I know. It never works right. Well, I bought some programs and they're not working totally right now. I can't hardly hear anybody in my headphones, but I know the levels are good. I see all the levels, but whatevs. Let me check the sound one more time, then we'll get this party started. Every time I put the input levels up, it automatically adjusts, which I think is so stupid, but whatever. Just gonna have to do.
We need an engineer.
We do. We need like an unpaid like intern or something, so I could slap around and handles all the hard work and all that type of stuff.
There's hard work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Behind the scenes, type stuff. So yeah, lots of interesting shit going on. And Wyland's in chat. That's always a plus. And Lurks is in chat. I think I mentioned Lurks earlier. And I got a new soundboard, guys. Like I gave Eric one of these before you got on Breakman, so I might as well give you one too. It's a really nice soundboard. I'm not going to use it too much except for our sounds, but anyways.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think
Last time you had the soundboard and you were no one could control you. We were just want the power taken away.
That is true. But I'm also I think this week I'm gonna work on new intro and outro. I'm getting tired of the same one. We've had the same one forever. I changed it to, I did a naughty and I changed it to Empire of the Sun's music, and of course they copyright strike me. So.
Ooh, ouch! Gotcha. Yeah. That sucks.
I do have a Stinko. I just forgot to put it in there. Let me put it in there real quick.
Right. That's my Stinko. You're not putting your Stinko in there.
All right, guys.
It's not even that big a deal, but I can't think of anything else this week. So
really, you can't think of anything? Okay.
Oh, there's plenty of things.
I mean, this whole world's a Stinko. Really.
Well, that's fair point.
Not everything in it. If you look at the Dodo's Twitter account or YouTube account, Lots of good stuff in there with animals. Every time I get a little down, I just watch one of those videos and kind of restores my faith in humanity a little bit.
It's like I could make every shooting that happens every week a Stinko, but it's gonna happen every day, so why do that?
I'll look at Wyland in chat. He's fucking bragging about how he's in the top percent on MK11. How dare you, Wyland? I still gotta play Wyland. I don't have MK11. I'll play on MK whatever. But I'll get my ass kicked probably. No, I'll win. Alright, you guys ready to do this thing?
I guess.
Alright, let's do it. I got a new soundboard and all that shit, so let's just do this. And welcome everybody to episode, what is this, 553 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, how are you?
I guess I'm okay.
I always love that awkward silence at the beginning. We've been doing this for, 12 years?
I know, I let him go first every time.
Yeah.
There's no silence.
Yeah, exactly. So how was your week, Break?
It just got a little better because he says he's terrible at MKX. I'm challenging him now. No, I'm just kidding. I know that's a lie. I'm not falling for your bullshit. I'm not falling for that. I'm not going to get suckered in, Wyland.
I'll have everybody know that Wyland just admitted. Wyland just admitted I'm a better MK10 player than him in chat. Did you see that? Did you?
I think that's a trap. And you're sounding like you're falling for it.
I probably am, man. Eric, how was your week, man?
It was better than last week, so I'll say that much.
Yeah.
I took Friday off because I didn't feel like working.
Well, that's always a valid excuse. I commend you for that, Eric. Well, Eric, let's get into the news.
I managed to get nowhere, well, almost nowhere in Bloodborne because I'm trying to get the platinum.
Ooh, that's rough, man. You get the platinum, all power to you, dude. Because that shit is.
I want to play that Bloodborne.
Oh, Bloodborne is so good.
I'm working my way through the challenge dungeons, and I got stuck on this horrid beast boss, and then I realized I didn't have to actually fight him to get to the next section in order to get the things I need to get to the Perfumer Greater Child's Dungeon, and then get the Queen so I can get the trophy for that.
Jesus Christ, man.
But now I'm stuck on this bloodletting beast boss.
Yeah. Oh, Peter Fonda just died, apparently. Wow.
Wow, great. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did we kill him?
Yeah.
Kill him?
I mean, is that coincidence? I mean, we just start and then, boom, done. All right. Well, yeah. Let's get into the news.
Easy riding. That's the name of the episode.
Easy riding. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's get into the news. RPG News. All right, Eric, take it away.
Okay, from RPG site, we've got the release date for the PC version of Grandia, H date, because I guess it goes up whenever it passes this Valve's quality check.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Valve doesn't have an actual QA section. Which Greenlight had better curation, and now there's no curation.
Yeah. Wyland says Peter Fonda, he'll always remember him as a surfer dude in Escape from L.A. I'll always remember him from everybody's favorite Marvel movie, Ghost Rider.
I'd much rather this game have a pixel perfect filter, but apparently it has no filter, which is sure the graphics look nice, but there's some details that are missing.
I'm not letting you get away with that. What the fuck did you just say?
What?
What the fuck, man?
What are you talking about?
Eric. No, I'm just kidding. You know what you said, Frank.
Breakman, everybody knows that Ghost Rider is the greatest Marvel movie ever made.
I wasn't letting you get away with that.
What?
I still need to torture myself with Spirit of Vengeance, don't I?
Spirit of Vengeance is at least it knows it's a bad movie, so it just kind of goes with the flow. Like, we're a bad movie, so we're just leaning into this as a terrible movie.
Yeah. I gave that a -5 because it was so bad, the original.
Wylan says he forgot he was in Ghost Rider. How dare you, Wylan? You're exiled, son of a bitch.
We tried to all forget Ghost Rider existed, and then Frank had to bring it up.
Goddamn right I did. You're goddamn right I did. It's the greatest movie ever, man. Greatest.
So was he Johnny Blaze's dad or something in the movie?
Like his mentor or something.
Or was he Mephisto? I can't remember.
It's been so long since I've seen that beautiful movie that can't speak too much on it. All right, Breakman, what do we got next?
I wonder what Ghost Rider would be like if they tried to bring him back for the MCU. I mean, they're bringing Blade back, so who knows?
They kind of did.
They are actually bringing Ghost Rider back. The guy who played Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The season, he's getting his own series. But supposedly it's not going to be like connected to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, it's going to be sort of a starting over point.
I'm okay with that.
Wylan says they told Nick Cage to be Nick Cage in Spirit of Vengeance. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, like, if you go into it knowing it's a bad movie, you can sit there and laugh at how fucking stupid it is.
I really want to get Pennant stared by Nick Cage's dead look.
When Nick Cage plays Nick Cage, he's really good, and when he plays anything else, he's really, really bad. But
actually, he was the only part I actually really liked about that Face Off movie.
Yeah, I agree.
I did not like Face Off at all. And like the worst part of the movie is like the character you're basically rooting for the entire movie dies at the end.
Yeah.
Because he's not the character you're rooting for.
Yeah, a superior movie to that is Shattered. If you've never seen that, it's really good.
Shattered.
Oh,
have you seen Broken Arrow?
I have actually.
Is that any good?
No. No, it's
we were
not
just talking about Nick Cage being Nick Cage. That's John Travolta being John Travolta.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Break. What do we got next?
Coming to us live from RPG site. Doraemon's story of... Why is there an ad pop-up? Fuck you, ad. Doraemon's story of seasons releasing on October 11 for PC and Nintendo Switch. Well, there you go.
It's Doraemon.
Doraemon.
Yeah.
Doraemon. Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for the sequel, Druggymon. Where the dude sells a lot of drugs on the street corner and shit. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well, it's basically Harvest Moon, so maybe you are selling drugs on the side.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one I'm waiting for. All right, let's move on. That was just a date. This comes to us from Siliconera. You've heard Eric talk a lot about Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. It's coming to PC. The PC port will let Otome fans uncover a small-town secret on August 30th, 2019. So
it's not as good as the original, and the original was like a 7. So this is... No, it was a 7.5. This is more like a 7.
All right. To follow up to Psychedelica, the Black Butterfly, I think Eric's talked ad nauseum about this game, so there you go.
You don't want to anymore.
Yeah. Pick it up. August 30th, 2019. So, is it a good game, Eric?
Like I said, it's not as good as Black Butterfly.
Well, maybe skip it then.
Butterfly.
Yeah, exactly. I was hoping for the sequel Iron Butterfly, but whatever. All right, Eric, what do we got next?
We've got hold on a second, let me close this. We've got Hat in Time is coming to Switch, but I don't know if I'd want to support the developers of this game because they're chowderheads, because they supported JonTron, and JonTron's basically a Nazi, and JonTron does a voice of the character and one of the characters in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if that doesn't bother you, then the game is coming out on October 18th for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. It doesn't look super interesting to me. I don't know.
The digital version of the game is $30, and the Seal the Deal DLC is $5.
Yeah.
So just under $40.
Yeah, Slagar, my joke fell flat. No one knows who.
But if you get it on,
No, I know who Iron Butterfly is.
If you get the retail version,
you'll
you'll get the DLC along with it. So
yeah,
so it's like $5 more for the physical release, I guess.
Yeah, Slagar's old school. Welcome on in, Slagar. I didn't even see you sneak in there. Thanks for joining. Iron Butterfly.
Like as soon as you said, I hear like the keyboard organs start playing. You know,
it's a long song, man. Have you ever heard the whole version? Break.
I've heard there's a longer version. Like the longest I think I've heard is like 17 minutes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Iron Butterfly, a song.
A group.
Yeah,
who has a long song.
Yeah, Inagata Devita. Such a long ass one.
It's got that organ in it, and like a long ass drum solo.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it, but holy shit, you grow a gray beard listening to that damn song. All right, Break. What do we got next?
Coming to us live from Silicon Era, psychological horror game.
Sorry.
Psychological horror game Raging Loop releases October 22nd in North America and October 18th in Europe. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm skimming this. There's nothing actually else in here. I appreciate that. Oh, we're also getting a day one edition of the game that comes with 100-page art book full of artwork and info on the characters. See, Silicon Era is now the better written website. Like they find something to actually add to the story.
Yeah.
Not just the release.
The game was also bafflingly originally published by Kemco for all publishers.
Wow, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much in the trailer, but I did see the Nintendo Switch version and the PS4 version are on October 18th, so I guess that's something to look forward to. Anything else on that, Eric?
No, but I'm kind of interested to see what this developer can do as a VN developer.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next story from Nintendo. Nintendo Indie World Showcase will be held on August 19, 2019. Will air at 6 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Why do they do... This is discrimination. I'm in the Mountain Time Zone, and they did everything but the Mountain Time Zone. Sons of bitches, man.
Also, I'll be working, so I'm mad that I can't watch it live.
Yeah. So in 2 days, y'all, by the time you listen to this, it'll probably be on
late.
like Donkey Kong. So
It's too late. They've lost out.
Exactly. All right.
I hope they talk about Kentucky Route Zero Switch release finally.
Yeah.
That still hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. All right, Eric.
I think that the last episode isn't out yet, and they're not doing it until that happens. So.
Yeah. All right. Looks like another TV viewer is in chat. Commander Root is in chat, and Dungeon is in chat. What's up, Dungeon? Dungeon's being quiet today. All right, Eric, what do we got next?
We got Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes is coming for the PS4 and PC on Steam. Not Epic Games Store, thankfully. Not just, but coming out in October. No real date, so I guess whenever they can get it in there. And it's going to be called the Complete Edition, which features 2 new characters, Black Dandelion and Bubblegum Fatale, which I think are characters from the second game, but I never played the second game.
Yeah. I played the first one. Wasn't the first one like...
Oh, actually, I remember Black Dandelion. She was that was like the weird name that Shinobu came up with, I think.
Wasn't the first game like a Wii exclusive, Eric, before it went to...
Yeah, and then they ported it to PS3.
Yeah.
And I think they had planned, or maybe it was Japan only, where there was an Xbox 360 release.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they never did a port for the PS4 of that or 2, though.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I need to rebuy 2 because I sold 2 because I wasn't playing it and I needed money to buy the Wii U, so I just sold a bunch of shit to get it.
Yeah, it happens.
So now, and I'm trying to buy it again, and it's kind of pricey online.
Yeah. All right, Breakman, next story. Did we lose Break? Breakman, are you here?
No, I was muted by accident. Sorry.
Okay.
Coming to us live from Silicon Era. Automate.
Mm-hmm.
Automate's Beast and Princess visual novel gets an official English translation. Okay. The sequel to Beastmaster and Princess is being released outside of Japan. People can begin playing part of Beast and Princess through the Story Jar at Shall We Date mobile game. That's the name of the what? Story Jar at Shall We Date mobile game. Okay, that's what it says. I'm just reading it. At the moment, only the 8-chapter prologue and Rezard's 25-chapter route are available on Android and Apple iOS devices, with people needing to collect or purchase the in-app currency to read the visual novel. Like Beastmaster and the Princess, Beast and the Princess involves romancing characters who have both human and animal forms. Julia is an illegitimate princess who has always been trapped inside in a castle with her bear, Joseph, bird Mias, dog Ludwig, and horse Rizard. However, after a tragedy that takes her parents' lives and nearly results in her losing her own, her animal friends come to her defense, and the same magic power that turned the princess back into humans in Beastmaster and Princess appears to turn the animals she's lived with into humans. She now has a chance at freedom and love. So, wow, she gets to romance she can do her dog now, I guess.
Is Fabio in this game? Is what I want to know.
Did you say Fabio?
It's Fabio. Yeah,
he has to be on the box cover, so like you get to see that long hair and like him. He has to like.
Or whoever played the Beastmaster, I don't care or know.
Wasn't that Mark Singer that played Beastmaster?
Yeah, Beastmaster was Mark Singer. I don't know why you said Fabio.
Yeah. Well, close enough. I mean, yeah. Whatever.
I just thought you were talking about like those romance novels, like type, because that's what this is, a visual romance novel. But it's like Fabio, and he was on the cover of so many of those.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the guy got rich just posing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you know, with all that hair and stuff, I mean, you got to give it up to Fabio with the hair, man. And
speaking of ferrets, Zigzagoon and Pokemon Sword and Shield is getting a regional variant who also has a new evolution.
Yeah, Dungeon says.
Although I think that's a badger, not a ferret. Yeah, but they're related. They're roads.
Yeah, Dungeon says that was Mark Singer with the ferrets. Ferret power. Yeah. Yeah, I hated that Breakman when one of the ferrets died. That really
don't spoil it for everybody. God.
I never watched the Beastmaster movies. Thanks.
What is Beastmaster, like 40 years old and you still haven't seen it, Eric? Jesus
you have to watch that one just so you can see the sequel, which is like just insane.
Yeah.
Are any of them like on Tubi or anything, like Crackle or whatever?
I don't see. It was on one of the free services, Eric. I can't remember which one, but I think...
Not all of them, though. Probably just some of them.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Beastmaster 2, they probably have to give away... Or actually, they have to pay people to watch. Like, we're sorry we made this.
I can't believe you watched that, Breakman, to be honest, man. I thought you had better taste
I've seen a lot
that.
of bad movies.
I know, so have I.
That one was, like, so over-the-top bad. It was just like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, Beastmaster in modern times, Los Angeles or New York or something like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Dungeon says, and they're not to be confused with your Hunter from the Future. Yeah, exactly.
Your? Is it your? Just your? Okay.
Your. All right, let's move on.
I was thinking of Yar's Revenge for some stupid... Never mind. I'm sorry.
All right, let's move on to the next story.
Yar Kung Fu Revenge.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next story that's definitely not Yar's Revenge. It's P-Cube confirms the September 6, 2019 Gun Pixies release date. Comes to us from Silicon Era. So earlier this month, P-Cube sent out a tweet announcing a Gun Pixies release date, then it quickly deleted it. Now it's come back to officially confirm that the shooter will be released. worldwide on Nintendo Switch and PC on that exact date. So why did what is the big deal? That's so stupid, but whatever. Out September 6, 2019. So
I don't know, but it has one of the best names of the year so far.
Yeah.
Gun Pixies.
I know.
That is a woman rock band group name. It is.
Yeah.
I don't believe we haven't had it yet. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
Heart failed us with their name and their band Heart and shit. They could have had something cool like Gun Pixies.
I know. Dungeon says, "You're Hunter from the Future." I remember that Dungeon. Greatest sci-fi movie ever. Well, not really.
You know what game needs an HD remaster? Mr. Mosquito.
Oh yeah, that was a great game, Eric. I love that game where you have to play as a mosquito, like bothering people and stuff. Yeah,
both of them actually.
Yeah, that first one was really good. I remember, like so fun.
The second one never came out in the West.
You know what other game I wish they would redo is Deadly Creatures, where you could play as a spider or a scorpion. I thought that was fucking cool as hell too. I think that was a Wii exclusive, if I'm not mistaken.
I rather play the PS1 platformer called Spider.
Yeah, that one too. That looked fun. That looked like a lot of fun. All right, Eric, what do we got next?
Strangely enough, there was another game that came out years later called Spider, but it has nothing to do with that one. And I was disappointed when I found that out.
Yeah.
But next is we have a formal name for Shantae 5, and it's called Shantae and the Seven Sirens. And some people are kind of hoping that it has a Seven Samurai vibe because of the name.
Yeah.
They're sirens because they're girls.
yeah, of course. Play on words, of course.
Yeah. Let's see. It is going to be another Metroidvania style game, but apparently it's going to be the most ambitious Metroidvania they've done, and since the original.
Looks really pretty. I'm looking at screenshots. Looks super pretty.
Because it says it's going to be open ended by being non-linear.
Well, that's cool.
If you can go to a place with a certain skill set, you can get there. And there's probably exploits you can do too. To do skips.
Yeah.
Like a decent Metroidvania should.
I mean, these screenshots are looking almost high def to me, man. Looks really good.
So these are the platforms it's going to be announced for: Switch, PS4, Xbox One, PC, Apple Arcade, whatever that is. Is that like Apple's own weird tablet console thingy?
Yeah, that's their own mobile. They're changing things a little bit. Like they changed Apple. What was it? The way that they did their music. Like iTunes is no more, and it's they're doing the same thing with games.
So they have an app specifically for software.
Yeah.
Game software.
Yeah. I like that.
I didn't notice since I haven't looked at my thing lately. I still have the podcast app.
Ooh, this is a good.
So that's all
Yeah.
But Shantae and the Seven Sirens is the 5th entry in the Shantae series. Let's see. It says nothing about the pricing, but they'll be announced at a later date. But here are some key features: 4K resolution, hand-painted visuals.
That is what I was talking about. It looks stunning. Like the screenshots alone look really good.
But they probably learned quite a few things from the last game.
Yeah.
But and the last game must have sold really well for them because they had to go to Kickstarter for it because WayForward didn't have enough money to do it on their own.
Yeah.
But and there's going to be mini games, and you can power up with monster cards so you can collect stuff, and gorgeously animated TV style cutscenes.
Yeah, and it's going to be a live
by Trigger because we already knew that from a while back.
Yeah. Looks really good, man. I'm looking forward to the 4K visuals. To be honest with you, looks really good. Looks good stuff.
I won't be able to experience 4K though because I don't have a 4K TV.
Yeah, I know, man. I've had a 4K TV forever, and I only paid like $200 back in the day.
And even if I did, I wouldn't have a console that was capable of it.
Oh, that's right.
I still have the base PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah. I got all the goodies, man. All right, Break. What do we got next?
Yeah, screw all that other nonsense. Here's the real story.
Yeah.
Come to us live from Silicon Era. Bubble Bobble for Friends will include 4-player local multiplayer. I didn't even know there was a new Bubble Bobble. Why has it taken so fucking long?
I know.
Why?
Yeah, because the numbering scheme for the Bubble Bobble series is weird because some people consider Rainbow Islands be the Bubble Bobble 2, but there's a Bubble Bobble 2 for the NES, and then there's Bubble Memories and there's Bubble Symphony, which apparently don't count as 3 and 4.
Yeah, Bubble Bobble.
No, they're not really Bubble Bobble though. Like, I mean, they try, but this one actually looks like it's, going back to the roots. It's
looking
just
good, man.
4-player co-op, which is insanely awesome. I didn't know this was coming, but now it's another reason to get a Switch.
Be assholes to your friend, the puzzle game. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yes! New Bubble Bobble game is on the way. Bubble Bobble for Friends is going to make its debut on a Nintendo Switch, and like the title suggests, the focus this time is on multiplayer.
Weirdly, it's releasing in Europe first.
Specifically, this will allow 4 people to play together locally to cooperatively clear puzzles. It will arrive first in Europe on November 19th, 2019, before heading to North America in the beginning of 2020. And they said it's coming to Switch, and it sounds like it's first, but I'm guessing other systems are going to get it eventually, though.
Yeah.
Now, I have to wonder if Taito, I don't know, did they somehow, break free of Square Enix's purchase a while back or something? Because I don't see their name anywhere here.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Or does, Square Enix just earn money because they own the company?
I'm not going to make guesses. I don't know.
Slagar said...
allow Taito to just function independently.
Slagar says...
We can just guess. We can give it our... How about we give it our own definition?
There you go. We do that all the time on the show anyways, Breakman.
Taito actually usurped Square Enix, the people who ran it, and they killed them all and replaced them.
Yeah.
And
breaking news.
They now, whenever Square Enix sells a game, Taito makes money.
Yep, exactly.
I wish that were the reality, because Square's doing some weird stuff.
Yeah, Slagar says, okay, I was always a DS, SP, PSP guy. Is the Switch Lite...
more so than usual.
Hang on, Eric. Is the Switch Lite going to be what I want? I would say just go for the Switch, Slagar. The Switch...
because then you could play on TV or on the go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking with Slagar, the Switch, the new Switch Lite is going to be $200 instead of $300.
Yeah, but
I've got my Xbox to play on my television, and I got the mini NES and the mini Super NES, and the mini Turbo Graphics will be coming out. I've got enough games to play on my TV.
I get it.
I have a modern portable game. I haven't played anything since the DS or the PSP.
He's got no intentions on the TV. Well, then Slagar, that Switch Lite's going to be what you want. Then, man, I would recommend.
Yeah, if you don't want to ever play it on TV, then just get the Lite. Then
I would recommend against that and getting the full deal, because there's plenty of games that look really good on the big TV, definitely Zelda and the Marios. But when Metroid comes out, I definitely want to be playing that on a bigger screen. But if you don't have any intentions of playing it like that, then shit, by all means, get the DS Lite, man. But all right,
Dungeon Busters was talking about Taito, and I was asking because I remember when Space Invaders Extreme and Extreme 2 came out. Square Enix published those, but Taito's publishing games now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he says Taito's still owned by Square Enix, but I guess it's one of those situations where they let them go out there as Taito because of branding. See, that's what they want you to think, but we told you what actually happened.
Well, we broke the story. You broke it, Break. So breaking news.
Insider information.
Yeah.
Very hostile.
The Square Enix Taito hostile takeover.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of hostile takeovers, this comes to us from Silicon Era. Nico Para Volume 4 releases spring 20... Nico. That's what I say. Neko? Is it Neko or Nico?
Neko.
Okay, Neko Para Volume 4 releases spring 2020. Reveals new cat girls, phrase, and milk. And there's a lovely picture of the usual Japanese stuff.
That's a French word, isn't it?
I guess. Earlier this week... It's
FRAISE.
Oh man, Wyland says, why the hell does every country on Earth get the Brightburn Steelbook but us? Wyland, that's...
So America's cheap, and so we don't get good things. Cause
well, it's not that we're cheap, but I just... it's weird. Sometimes some countries get certain... Like, for instance, Wyland, why can I not get a 4K version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre here in the United States? One of the greatest horror movies ever made, and I can't watch it in 4K, but Germany of all countries gets it. I don't know, it's freaking weird. I mean, the Blu-ray looks good, but still, it was from a 4K transfer, but whatever. So the subtitle is going to be The Cat and Noel the Patissier, whatever that means. That's probably
Patissier?
That's Patissier is kind of like you know what a sommelier is, right?
Pussy and titties?
A patissier is basically a sommelier. The difference is what they do. A sommelier is about wine, and patissier is about doing pastries.
Yeah, Wyland says, fun fact, 4K is region free. I understand that, but I'm not paying like $30 freaking for that 4K version of TCM, man. I've seen TCM so many damn times, man. Screw that. Dungeon says, I ask myself that when Europe and Japan gets great collector's editions of certain games, and the U.S. can't even get a reversible cover for the case.
Or worse, it's a digital-only release in the West.
Yeah.
Or U.S.
Yep. All right, so there's just a little more on this, some nice screenshots, and that's about it for Neko Para Volume 4. All right, Eric, what do we got?
We've got Vitamin Connection, which is way for its next original IP. Let's see. Titled Vitamin Connection, and allows 1 to 2 players working together to defeat bacteria from within their capsule ship. So it sounds like it's a
Dr. Mario clone?
Sort of, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the best way to compare it to.
Bernie says she paid like $30 for the regular DVD of TCM, but didn't that DVD of TCM like have like all the extras, like the very first time that you saw those like super extras? I think that was like, that would have been worth it at the time because, technology and stuff. All right, anything else on this?
No, actually, it doesn't sound like a puzzle game. It sounds like an action game.
Okay.
But it's got like, I guess it has some puzzle elements.
Yeah. Wyland says, I might have to get the South Korean release of the Steelbook since it's the same region as us. How much is it? Like $50, Wyland? Jeez. Anything else on this?
You mean like region A? Yeah.
Yeah.
A is like North America, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, and then the Asian countries.
Yeah. He says he's not keen on the price, but it comes with some extra goodies, about $50. Whew. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'll wait for the 8K version before I pay that much. But all right. Anything else on this, Eric?
No.
All right. Breakman, you get the honor of the last story.
Yeah, honor. Coming to us live from Low Hunter. Psycheo. Shooting Stars Alpha and Bravo collection heading to the Nintendo Switch. Psycheo? Maybe? I think it's probably Psycheo.
Yeah, I think so.
Psycheo Shooting Stars Alpha and Psycheo Shooting Stars Bravo will both be arriving in early 2020 on the console, the Nintendo Switch.
I think the games are together in a bundle, so you get both of them, because it's basically the first game and its sequel.
Each of the Psycheo compilations will contain 6 games from the developer bundled together for the system, with HD presentations and things like an optional Tate mode. I don't know what that means.
Tate. It's Tate
mode. Oh, okay. I was going to ask if it's like
basically it's the vertical mode for an STG, where the screen's extra thin, but it's extra long. So you can see all the enemies at the way at the top of the screen without it, being a problem for you not being able to see them.
Yeah.
Almost everything's at the screen at once.
Yeah. Dungeon says, way forward on a roll with River City Girls and the new Shantae. They are. They're doing good. I was just watching the trailer for this, and it said no quarters needed, and it brought up an interesting point, man. People bitch a lot about microtransactions and such, but back in the day, man, quarters. I mean, I remember.
I'm sure that you'll be able to use continues in this game, but you can play free pay, is what they're saying.
No, I get it, Eric, but it just reminds me of that, like modern times, like microtransactions is like the new quarters. You know what I mean?
I'm just find it curious that NISA is actually publishing a shmup.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so that was the
I'm
news.
not actually done with that anyway. So Psycho Shooter Stars Alpha will give people access to Dragon Blaze, Soul Divide, Strikers 1945, Strikers 1945-2, Strikers 1945-3, and Zero Gunner 2. Psycho Shooting Stars Bravo includes Gunbird, Gunbird 2, Samurai Aces Episode 1, Samurai Aces Episode 2 Tin Guy, and Samurai Aces Episode 3 Sengoku Canon. Limited edition of both Psycho.
Gunbird was a fun game.
Psycho Shooting Stars out. Anyway, it comes with a copy of the game, a 3 CD soundtrack, an art book, and 6 art cards. 3 CD soundtrack sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
don't know. It's like there's like 6 games, and like there's only 3 CDs, but the game soundtracks aren't probably that long, so maybe they could squeeze it all in.
Yeah. And this will be out in 2020, early 2020.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, so that is the news. No homie discounts this week, so I'm wondering if we have any of.
I'll double check, but there weren't any before.
Ooh.
I think the last console release for Gunbird and Gunbird 2 was on the Dreamcast.
Yeah. All right,
It's empty, so just skip it.
Just skip that, huh? All right, no deal.
I know. I'm hurt. I'm offended. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna go cry now.
Yeah. If you don't want Breakman to cry every week, send in a question to at RPGrinders on Twitter, and he won't cry.
Maybe
nobody.
we should rename it from Dear Breakman to Save Breakman.
Save Breakman or quit making Breakman cry. # quit making stupid shit like that. All right. Well, let's move on. I know that we all been playing stuff, so let's move on.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know what you've been playing, Breakman.
Mostly the Castlevania Legacy this week. I want them to make a sequel. Even though these are the best, I think, of the original classic and stuff, I still want them to make sequels. So there's like the N64 game and all those other ones. I'd like to play those again too. But just play them through it.
Then you can remember how bad the Legacy of Darkness in 64 were.
Yes, it's sort of like it'd be like the Mega Man X collection. How the first one's really good and the second one's really bad. I feel like that.
Yeah.
But I'm still enjoying it.
X8 is good, and X5 was at least not X6 or X7, but
yeah.
X8 had good moments, but they were like that. Those rail shooter levels killed it for me. Like that, what's his name, Manowar. Like that was just that. I'm just I don't even want to play this. I'm gonna go do something else.
Yeah, and then there's like the Snow Buffalo level or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, those are both stupid levels. Very stupid. But anyway, so playing the original games, and it's still a lot of fun, If you like those types of games. I gotta say, we're modern people are spoiled by like save features and such. I don't know how we played these games back in the day when we had to start over.
Oh my god!
Or the one thing I actually hated about the Legacy Collection 2 is that back to the Legacy Collection for the original Mega Man series, like the second one specifically, because like there was a save state feature, and that doesn't really exist. Like it has a checkpointing feature, which will sort of save your games, but it's based on the actual in-game checkpoint system.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But like, so it doesn't really work as well. And X Collection does tried to do that, but it's like it doesn't even work that way. So it's like kind of broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't even use them on those games. Like, nope, they don't work right.
Yeah.
But the Castlevania works great. Like, you can get to right to the boss battle and save it. And like, okay, that is fucking dead. All right, start over. Start over.
Yeah.
Start over.
Over and over and over again.
Start over.
Yeah.
Start over.
Who needs lies? Lies
Start over.
lies is an antiquated concept. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Like I was playing I just beat Castlevania 3 with one character. There's achievements for beating it with all the characters and then without anybody.
There's endings for each character, so there's already reason enough to do that. So.
Yeah.
I've seen them all though, but I was still going to do it anyway. But sorry.
I forget though. Is it based on the two characters you have, or is it based on the character you beat the final boss with?
Yeah.
You have Trevor, and you can have one friend with you. It's either Grant, Alucard, or Sitha.
I think there's an ending specifically just for
just for Trevor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's 4 endings altogether, and yeah, it's just for instance, I was fighting Dracula, and he's got 3 different forms. So like after I beat the first one, save.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beat the second form, save. Like I forgot how stupid the last form is. It's basically just a statue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dracula's just a statue. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got for us.
He's not a statue. They couldn't figure out a good way to animate a big monster, so they just made him stationary and shoot things.
Yeah. Wyland says, I was able to pick up the Shout Scream Factory Steelbook release of The Thing. That 4K scan of the movie looks awesome. Is that the same thing like the TCM one on Blu-ray, Wyland, where they did a 4K scan, but it's not officially 4K type deal? Dungeon says, I actually went back to Anthem. Gee, why are you a glutton, Dungeon? To try out the Cataclysm event. It's a tiny step in the right direction with all of the old problems. On the bright side, he finally watched Detective Pikachu and really enjoyed it. I did too, Dungeon. I had a review last week. He said he needed to see that after watching the new Hellboy. Oof. Yeah, the new Hellboy's no good. I got free tickets.
I got a fun fact for Castlevania.
Okay.
The original Castlevania game, when you fight Dracula and he goes into a second form, that's not actually Dracula. That's actually a physical manifestation of the curse of man. That's specifically what the developers stated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, all the evil in the world that is drawn to Dracula just was unleashed after Dracula died, and you have to fight that at the end.
Yeah. Let's see.
But like in later games, they actually gave transformations to Dracula. So
yeah.
Wyland says he's been playing MK11. Nightwolf is so fun to play. And then he also says, yeah, it's like that, the 4K version of the thing. I'd be curious on that. Do they have any left, Wyland? And if so, how much are they? Or how much were they? I have a feeling they sold out. Slagar said, aw dang, wanted new Hellboy. Yeah, it's not worth it, Slagar. I saw it. I got free tickets to see that movie, and it was, oof, man, oh man, was it terrible. And I don't know, it lost a lot, man. I wish Guillermo del Toro.
Is it better than any Uwe Boll movie though?
It's
not a low bar. I've never seen one, but I've heard it's a very low bar.
Oh my God, it's that level of incompetent, man. It's really bad. It's hard to find. Wyland says $25 for that thing. That's not bad. Is it at Best Buy? Sorry,
it's Uwe Boll. So.
Yeah, Uwe. All right, Breakman. Anything else you've been playing?
No, I'm gonna play through with the other characters and then play the second one. Then I'm gonna get to the 2 games I've never beat. I've never played before even. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say never played before. I never played Kid Dracula, but I've never beat Castlevania Bloodlines.
You never played Kid Dracula on the Game Boy?
No.
It's technically a better game despite not having color because the way the levels are structured is just better.
I did play through the Game Boy games, so those were okay. The second one was a lot better than the first one. God damn, that first one just pissed me off. It's stupid shit.
You're so slow, and in your whip, you lose the power-ups if you get hit.
That pissed me off so fucking much. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
and they fixed it in the second game so that only one enemy does that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a curse, so it makes sense.
Yeah, Slagar says, way off topic, but anyone check out the new Ultraman anime? I thought it was great. Hope season 2 is out soon. I have not, but I heard.
I liked it.
I heard it's good. Yeah.
I liked it, but it's not of like the Netflix animes I've watched. It was all right, but there are better ones, I think. But
I'm more interested in the live-action Ultraman coming out, called Ultraman. I think it's called Ultraman Future or something.
Interesting. All right, Eric, what you been playing?
I've been playing more London Detective Mysteria. I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna spend this weekend trying to get through the rest of the scenarios, but I played a little bit of Bloodborne yesterday. I was supposed to have Frank watch me struggle in the Chalice Dungeons, but he was too busy setting up his computer.
Yeah, man, I had a lot to do on this.
And I was also doing it today, so I played a little bit of Sekiro. I lost that instant a bunch, and I lost all my items, and I loaded up my backup save file, but I forgot that my backup save file was from before I decided to choose the true ending path route, and now I have to refight Al and do all that crap over again.
Oh shit, man, that's.
But this is actually a blessing in disguise because I can actually choose which skills I want to get first, and I'm deciding I'm going to go for the Shura ending and then just fight him on a New Game Plus because. I'll have more attack power. Sure, his attacks will hurt a little bit more. It's gonna be like if I played the game with the Bell Demon attached, because that makes enemies harder. But I didn't notice too much of a change when I had Bell Demon on whenever I fought a boss. So it's just a matter of try to be more careful when you're playing. But other than that, so I'm just going to start New Game Plus and work my way to the true ending routes again. But after getting the Shura ending, because that'll make that final battle a little bit easier because I'll be stronger by that point. But other than that, I played a little bit of the Contra Anniversary Collection and played the Japanese version of Hardcore because that's where you get extra hit points before you die, making the game much easier because. That game's hard. Yeah, it's mostly a boss rush, which is weird because like I'm actually somewhat competent at the game. I can get through a level without dying too much because the challenge of the game is learning all the boss patterns, and that's somewhat easier for me than the other Contra games because remembering the exact structure of a level and enemy placement in the original Contra games is difficult. For me,
yeah. For me too. I'm with you. Like I think like I love the Alien War, but I could never beat that without a game genie. Or
I get to the third level of the Alien War just fine, and then the third level bosses show up, and they're like, "No, you're gonna lose all your lives now."
Yeah, I die a lot in that game. I love it so much, but I'm like, I can't. This is no.
Yeah.
Like I can at least the originals now with the 30 life code, but I couldn't do it as a kid.
And now you could save scum with the Contra Anniversary Collection because they're save states now.
Breakman is a cheater, confirmed.
Also, the Japanese versions of the games have cheat codes, whereas the Western versions remove those because they did that to fight rentals, so that you didn't just rent the game and beat it and never purchase it.
Yeah. All right. Is that all, Eric? Anything else you?
I do want to get me that collection at some point.
Yeah, and the games I'm talking specifically, where the codes are dummied out, is Contra 3 and Hardcore.
All right.
But
Hardcore.
That's all I've been playing.
All right.
Hardcore is just fucking hard.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of hard, I played a little bit of Bloodborne and promptly quit playing Bloodborne. Probably for the foreseeable future. I'm still having problems at that beginning level, man.
Is it because you broke all your controllers and you have nothing left to play with?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I was trying to figure out how to hook up my Xbox controller too.
Dungeon Buster's talking about the Vinland Saga anime that's based off the manga, but there's another manga I'd like to see being made into an anime, and it's called the Guin Saga, where the story is about this like guy who's like super strong, but out of curiosity, he put on a helmet that has a lion, like the face of a leopard on it, and it's basically become his face because it somehow got permanently attached to him because I think it's a curse.
Yeah,
but now he just wanders around looking like King from fucking Tekken.
Yeah, Breakman should just watch Record of Lodoss War. That's what he should watch next for his next anime.
Oh wait, he says Gwen was made into an anime? I didn't know that.
Huh. All right.
Is it streaming anywhere? Is what the real question? Because like, I don't think it was.
Yeah. Wyland says Sci-Fi has already pulled the plug on their planned Lobo solo series.
That shocks me, and he's I don't know what his face is, but yeah, exactly. Like really, like Sci-Fi, you're gonna do a Lobo series,
right? How weird is it that like it was
probably get Eric Garner to play Lobo, wouldn't they?
it was the same thing with the Swamp Thing. Like Swamp Thing had one season, and before this even came out, they announced, we canceled it. I'm like, what? How? Since when did everybody become Fox? Jesus Christ, man! I mean, seriously. That sucks. I was looking forward to that, Wyland, for sure.
Actually, I don't think Sci-Fi is the right channel for a Lobo series. Like, a Lobo series should be like a hard R type.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
I'm actually worried
dark things that Lobo does.
Yeah.
I'm worried that Disney's gonna like mess up Deadpool somehow because they're doing some extreme pandering control with like movies like Jojo Rabbit or whatever.
No, don't worry about Deadpool. Deadpool be just fine. There's a niche for Deadpool for sure.
Can we make the MCU like less PG-13?
Yeah. Also, what I've been playing, last game I've been playing was Dragon Age.
Not saying every movie has to, but
let me finish.
Like the core adventure characters don't have to go that route, but everything else can be fair game, I think.
All right. So Dragon Age Inquisition, repetitive. That's all I got to say about that game. Looks good still.
Slager disagrees. He thinks it's the perfect place for Lobo.
Yeah, I know that. Although I think they would kind of dumb Lobo down a little bit, Slager.
See, that's like Lobo can be really dark. Like he was when he was made, he was meant to be like the answer to like Marvel's more hard-edged type characters and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
I thought he was made to be a parody of them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was. But he's really a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Lobo is like one of the biggest pieces of shit ever.
Yeah.
So I think he'd be really hard to do on Sci-Fi. Like, and still make him, like, to do something, to make him a piece of shit and still want to watch him type thing.
Yeah. Slagar said he busted out an old laptop last weekend, damn it. Got hooked on Battle for Westnoth again. Oh, geez. Wow, that's...
I have no idea what that is. Is that an old RPG?
Yeah. Wow, what is that, Slagar? That sounds familiar.
I remember, like, the oldest PC game I can remember other than Ultima is, like, it's like one of the more obscure ones would be, like, a Betrayal at Krondor or Krondia.
Yeah. Dungeon says Nobu Uematsu did some of the music for Gwyn 2, but I didn't know if it streamed anywhere. Might be. I'm not sure. Wyland says they cast more people for the new MK movie. This looks like it's actually happening. I heard it was going to be a hard R with fatalities, which would be super interesting. It actually would make sense to make Mortal Kombat a rated R movie, being that, everybody that played Mortal Kombat back in the day is like well over, probably 21 at this point. So,
Yeah, and even though I liked the original Mortal Kombat movie, like it wasn't right that there weren't like real fatalities and blood and stuff like that.
Yeah. Slater says
the second one just
They got the ham of Mortal Kombat, but they just didn't go the full distance.
Yeah. Slater says turn-based hex grid game for Battle for Westnoth. I knew it sounded familiar. Dungeon Buster says, wow, Betrayal at Krondor. I haven't heard that name in a while. The Kriandia games were fun. Nice point-and-click adventures. The guy who plays Jimmy Olsen in Supergirl is going to be Jax. What? That's wow.
Interesting.
That is interesting. All right, let's move on.
I don't think he's like big enough to be like he's not, like...
Yeah.
He'll beef up.
Oh, he'll definitely
he's gonna have to beef up some.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying he's not muscular because I wouldn't want to be seen shirtless with him. Like, okay, I get it. So I've got to cover myself up.
Momoa beefed up for Aquaman and Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, Momoa was always big.
He was always big though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you can get out of shape really quickly.
But Hugh Jackman really beefed up to play Wolverine.
Yeah. It
So,
can happen.
Maybe he'll really beef up for the role.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
All right, let's move on, guys.
RPGrinders reviews.
All right, Eric, you're up. You got a couple of reviews for us this week.
I've got a review of I saw Millennium Actress for the first time. It's always a movie I've always wanted to see, and I found out that they are playing in theaters because I guess they're going to do a Blu-ray release soon, but through 11 Arts. And they've got a new dub. I didn't watch the new dub, and I can't comment on the old one. But I saw it in Japanese with English subtitles. But it's an interesting movie, and I'd say it's Satoshi Kon's best movie. I can't remember if he did Tokyo Godfathers or not. That might not be him, though. But it feels like it's an Otomo movie and not a Kon movie. But they basically, he was his understudy. He was Otomo's understudy. So their movies are very similar in nature and art style and stuff like that. But this movie, I feel like this movie came out before Paprika did, and it does Paprika better than even Paprika did, which means he tried to capture lightning in a bottle a second time and it didn't quite work. Because I think the plot of this movie is a lot more coherent, and you can tell when they're venturing into the surreal, because like basically when it's about this woman who's gone through like during World War II and then to a post-war situation where she becomes an actress and then is chasing the shadow of a man who she encountered who was an activist who was speaking out against the war, and that was considered illegal back then because Japan went crazy during those times. So she was hoping that through her acting job she can run into him again, and she ultimately never did. But she's telling the story of her life to one of the guys who worked at the studio, which is now closing because they don't have the money for it anymore. But basically, you're experiencing the movie through the eyes of these guys as if they are experiencing the movies that she was in and then inserting themselves into it. So that's where the Paprika-like sensation of the movie comes in. But like I said, it's a lot more coherent because you could tell when they were transitioning and like what's actually going on, as opposed to all of the what the fuckness that was in Paprika. So I'm going to give this movie a 9.5.
Okay, 9.5, almost perfect. That's great, Eric. All right.
It's the only thing I can knock it for is the muted color scheme, but that was probably intentional. But I feel it's also simultaneously also the fault of the 2000s, where that was just an issue in movies in general and animation.
Okay. All right. What else you got?
We can get away with it because we're going for a certain look anyway.
What else you got, Eric?
But I also saw the Rocko's Modern Life Static Cling 45-minute special, which is not a reboot of the series, but it might be. I mean, it might lead to that if it's popular enough. But it's a good riff on the people whose nostalgia for the old stuff that they watched when they were younger, pining for those days again, and are complaining that it's not exactly the same as the one, and then basically just makes fun of people who fear change. And if the plot of the movie actually does stay consistent with the final episode of the series, which was another special about Earth Day, where it ended with Rocco's house being taken for a ride into space by a rocket that somehow crashed into his house.
Okay.
And they came back to Earth 20 years later, and so it does a nice satire on the whole what's in the modern era. So and how people expect things and what they wanted from the past isn't necessarily what they might want now or need now.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it an 8.5.
All right, cool. Slagar said Rocco was great.
Yeah, nipples of truth. Really, really big man. I almost forgot about that character. It's like, oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. All right.
Spanked Monkey. I have a review for you.
Oh, I didn't know you had a review. Go for it.
Yeah, I've got one. Okay, so me and Mrs. Bregman were looking for something just short to watch, and we didn't feel like watching old stuff we've already seen. So, and I was at that point, I was just tired of looking, because everybody who's used Netflix or Hulu knows how much time they've wasted looking for something to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us have gotten we've had that day or that time where we're just sitting there like, it's in a half hour, it's an hour later, we just still can't pick something to watch.
Yep.
So like I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm just picking this because it's like an hour and a half long. So I picked this movie called Murder Mystery, starring Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, as a married couple who is involved in a murder mystery. And my review of it is this: it's Murder Mystery.
Yeah.
It's Adam Sandler. What do you expect, man?
Exactly.
He hasn't done a good movie since like the movies that put him on the map, and even then, that's kind of debatable because those movies haven't aged as well as you'd think.
Billy Madison's still good, man. I watched that not too long ago. Still good. But I get your overall point. All right, so tell us about it, Break.
That's the Murder Mystery. Don't watch it. It sucked.
That bad, huh? What are you giving it?
It was after I give it a meh out of 10. We started it in like before the murder had actually even happened. We were both just really done with the fucking movie. We just started doing other stuff, and it was in the background, and there are a few funny lines, and then I laugh every once in a while. But for the most part, it was just like, God damn, this is
so it doesn't have the advantage of Zoolander 2, where the best thing that happens in the movie happens within the first 5 minutes, and then you just gonna have to stop watching because the movie's basically over at that point. There's no need to watch the rest of it because Justin Bieber's dead.
I'm trying to think of if there is a best point in that movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of one.
So Breakman, would you say you give it one sad trombone out of 10? Yes.
I think one's a fair. It's runs as a movie. It's not like poorly acted and directed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot worse as far as that and cinematography and everything. I've seen a lot worse. But as far as like a plot, it just wasn't good.
Yeah,
it was bad. Just save your time and effort.
That reminds me like how bad Pixels was.
Yeah, Pixels was
terrible jokes and a plot that goes nowhere and inconsistent knowledge on video games.
Yeah. I don't know if I think the murder is probably easy to solve, but me and Mrs. Bregman had already quit caring by the time the murder happened.
Yeah.
So like she's like, you think killed him? I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't fucking care. Whatever. It's stupid.
Is there a 4K version of Clue that I can watch instead?
No, there isn't. 4K is not
Is there
even
a Blu-ray of Clue, like a 1080p at least?
I'm not sure. That's a good question, Eric. I don't know the answer to that.
Clue?
Yeah. Wyland says he might stream some MK after the show. That'd be cool, Wyland. I might check that out. Unless Eric's going to be playing Bloodborne again.
Is anybody going to watch that like murder mystery movie with Patrick Stewart in it and all those other characters?
I've never even heard of it.
I don't know. I just want to see.
I forget what it was going to be called because I only saw the preview for it once.
I don't. Probably not, Eric. But anyways, let's move on here. I have a real quick highscapade, guys. Highscapade. So right before the show, Bernie decided to make us some pizzas. You know, those Totino's pizzas that you just put in the oven. And
I used to eat those a lot when I was like teenager.
Yeah. So she brings up the pizzas after they're done, and she's like walking over towards me, and she's like, well, which one do you want? And then at that same moment, like, one of the pizzas like fell off of the plate, and and I'm like, well, I guess that decided it for me.
Those things are less pizza and they're more like Mexican pizza.
Yeah,
without the Mexican ingredients.
They're good in a pinch, man. Like it's they're good if you don't have a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. But all right, let's move on to.
I have ice cream.
Oh, hold on! Breaking news. Sorry about that.
That's fine. This comes to us from TMZ. I'm gonna skip ahead because they whoever does this they wrote it in a way where they blow up their story right away. They roll in the joke where there were a number of sorry, skip too far ahead. Thursday night during 45's rally in New Hampshire, 45 being stupid ass orange jackass, where there were a number of protesters tossed from the event. Jackass decided to take cheap shot at the size of one of them riffing from the podium. That guy's got serious weight problem. Go home, start exercising. Anybody who's seen Trump knows that he is morbidly obese. He has serious weight issues.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. Nobody wants to see it.
What? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not to fat shame anybody, but he was fat shaming somebody, or at least trying to. And the reason this is a high escapade because, of course, the crowd roared with approval at the massive, ironic jab from the fat-ass president. But the joke was ultimately on our fast food-loving commander-in-chief because it turns out the guy he was making fun of was actually a Trump supporter.
That's funny as fuck. You know what's
also the Trump supporter is a lot thinner than him.
Yeah, you know what's funny is he used to have I don't know if he was the press secretary, but you guys remember Scaramucci?
Yeah.
Scaramucci had a great tweet. He's like, this coming from because he tweeted that story, Breakman, and he said, this coming from the fattest president since William Taft. So I thought that was pretty funny, but yeah.
At TMZ, I love the people at TMZ because there's more that they wrote here. Where Frank seems Frank seems to be way better shape than Trump. That's the name of his supporter. I'm sorry, not you, Frank.
Yeah.
But clearly, logic or rationale plays zero part in the president's remarks, and they show a picture of the president eating McDonald's.
You know what's really funny? The leader of TMZ is a huge Trump supporter. What's his name? It's like I don't know, but that's funny. He must not approve that story, but I like that a lot.
I bet he does because he loves money more than anything, and he knows what his audience is, and his audience is not Trump supporting people.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if TMZ is just.
But with how much he loves money, you think he'd get the intelligence to actually have it instead of lying about having it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Eric. All right. Anything else on that break?
No.
All right. Let's move on to.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
All right, Breakman, you're up. Your Stinko of the week.
I've got two of them. The first one goes to the big orange jackass again, who this week decided to roll back endangered species protections.
Oh, that's a big one. Yep. Sad. I don't know what else to say about that break, man. It kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah.
The
only people are helped by this. People who are rich and own corporations. This does nothing to help the environment. It does nothing to help you and me. And obviously, it's gonna, if Trump has his way, it'll end up in the extinction of some animals.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't give a shit about that.
No, he doesn't care about anything.
He wants money, and anybody who's going to give him money and support.
Yeah.
He wants people. Also, of course, he obviously loves people worshiping him.
Yeah. Well,
so
that too.
I make sure to send him a tweet almost every day, criticizing.
Well, he does enough.
I know he never reads them, but still, I feel better about it.
He does enough self-adoration. He doesn't need anybody else's adoration, Breakman. But what else you got?
What you really need to do is deprive him of attention.
Yeah. That's not going to happen with how many millions of Twitter followers the jackass has. All right, Break. What else you got?
So anyway, yeah, a lot of those people who are following him don't like him. It's just we send him hateful messages because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
He should not be leading anything. He's not fit to lead the country. He's not fit to lead a business. He's not fit to fucking lead a lemonade stand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's a piece of human garbage. Obviously, as we've talked before, he's a racist. He's a rapist. He's one of the worst people on every fucking planet.
Yeah. I think I could firmly agree with that, Breakman.
Can we call him a rapist instead?
Rapist.
Just to save time.
Yeah. He's a rapist. Okay.
He's a cyst, all right. Cyst on
that does sound worse, actually. Well, I mean, it doesn't sound worse than rapist, but saying rapist and rapist, like a rapist.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Anyway, my second stinko goes to, well, what name have I mentioned probably more than any other on this show before?
The Orange Cheeto?
No. There's another name that I've mentioned.
Ooh, Epstein?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and they reported today that it was officially a suicide. I'm willing to believe that. I personally, he's found dead in his cell earlier this week, and of apparent suicide. I mean, there are a lot of conspiracies to him being killed, which I could also believe, but I am kind of believing this was a suicide because he was the cowardly type.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But the reason this is a stinko, not because that piece of shit's dead, fuck him, but what I think it's going to lead to, and I think that's basically going to be this case being completely buried. Because right before he hung himself, he was starting to actually leak names and stuff. He was starting to finally give the government what they needed to catch like these horrible people. But now that he's dead, and with William Barr in charge of the investigation, does anybody think actually anything's going to happen?
Yeah, I do, Breakman. Tell you why.
Really? I don't. I think this is going to be buried. I think they're going to catch... They're going to catch, like...
I think
they're going to catch, like...
Hold on, Eric.
They'll be able to do some things, but they won't be able to do everything.
Hold on, Eric.
No, I don't think it's not about being able to. I think it's that William Barr is in charge of the investigation, and he is going to bury anything involving Trump, for instance.
Yeah.
And anything that would remotely come close to him. Maybe they'll go after Clinton.
No.
That's the only thing I could think they'll do, honestly. I mean, because they don't want to.
Look, I agree with you.
He was more upset that Epstein committed suicide in his cell, and he was upset about that happening on his watch than I've seen him show for any emotion towards what happened to the women.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, now women, obviously, when they were little girls and raped.
I agree with you for the most part, Breakman, but I will say this: evidence is evidence. And they have boxes.
They're for so long.
Yeah, but they have boxes and boxes and boxes of evidence, and you can only hide.
It's going to get destroyed.
It's not going to be destroyed. Like
I don't know. We've had cases like this in the past where things have been destroyed.
Well, I understand.
And with so many high-powered people involved in this, I don't. I'm sorry, the conspiracy theorist in me just. Red flags are all going up around me. Like this, I think this is the worst thing that could have happened. Obviously, not only just because of this, because the piece of shit needed to rot in prison. He needed to face the women that he raped when they were teenage girls. So they could have their day and they could have their justice. Well, instead he robbed them again.
Right. Well, the case is
robbed them of their innocence, and now he robbed them of justice.
Well,
because he's a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Fuck him. I could piss on his grave. I would.
Yeah, I know.
I'd take a shit on his grave too, and I'd wipe and leave the toilet paper there.
I agree with you for the most part, Break. But I actually think, as much as justice can be served, it's going to be served because there's too much evidence, man. Like they pulled, they don't just put shit in boxes and label it if they're not going to use it as evidence, and the trial's still going on.
There are going to be some people that are going to get busted. Yes, definitely. Like his, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I've seen it a million times.
Yeah, the madam.
Yeah, that woman, like, he's associated with her. Like, she is definitely going to jail. There's no way she's getting away with it.
I think but
people like Adam, like Alan Dershowitz.
Oh God,
I don't think he's gonna get. I don't think he's gonna get anything. Like, he's gonna lawyer out of it. You know?
No.
And he's gonna help his high-powered friends get out of it too.
I don't think so, Breakman. Because here's the main reason. I honestly don't think Trump's gonna get reelected, and I think once he's out of office. And hopefully it'll be Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders will clean fucking house and add people into positions like Attorney General. He won't keep Barr as Attorney General at all. Once you get all the riffraff out, the swamp monsters, because they're swamp monsters. They're not swamp.
Drain the crocodiles, Ned, and monsters.
Right. You remind me of another stinko I had, but I kind of mentioned it earlier in the week, so I don't know if I wanted to be able to use it or not.
Well, give us a second here.
One of the tenants across, like in the other unit, like across from me, like there's like several buildings, and it's like the third to last building. Well, I'm the second, but they put a Trump 2020 Keep America Great sign, like in the little section of like dirt that's near the door.
Yeah, numbers aren't looking good for Trump. I saw a bunch of polls where Bernie trounces him. Even Biden beats him, and Biden's a horrible Hillary Clinton 2.0 candidate. So
what I want to know is like,
as good as her. Like,
are you allowed to put stuff like that in front of the yard? Because you technically don't own the land then.
I would.
You could potentially making it look like the manager is advocating it or something.
I would talk to the management about that, Eric, actually, and see if it's allowed. Because if it's allowed, you could put whatever you want. Well,
he only just mowed the lawn today. I don't know if they noticed it or not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can inquire. That's your right, So, but anyways,
if I had 3 wishes from a genie, like after the first and second wish, which would benefit me heavily,
right.
My third wish would be to bring Epstein back so I could shit in his mouth.
shitting in his mouth.
Not to just actually serve justice and serve.
Well, I mean, justice is going to happen too. Like, that would be part of the wish, but I want to shit in his mouth first, and then him face his accusers and stuff.
That's kind of man. I didn't know you had kinks, Breakman. That's something else. Freak 5 has joined chat. What's up, Freak 5?
Now that you fucking said that, and I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to
also make Epstein listen to Peter Molyneux talk about nonsense. Ugh. And force him to play E.T.
I had 3 wishes. Like, the one wish would be to force all these people to tell the truth.
Yeah,
like
that's
Donald
true.
Trump forced to tell the truth.
Yeah. Well,
how glorious would that be to sit and watch?
Yeah. Well, speaking of
popcorn out, kick my feet up.
I thought that if he tried telling the truth, he'd explode. So
yeah,
it would explode.
Glorious. It would be the funniest fucking thing you'd ever see.
Yep.
They keep you saying, and then I raped her. I can't stop myself from telling the truth. Fuck, why?
Oh man, that would be funny. Like a truth. Even it would be fun to have if you had witch powers to do that to Trump, where he had to tell the truth every time instead of all the fucking lies. It'd be so funny. Like, he'd be in front of a crowd and he's like, "I hate every single one of you. And I know that you guys will vote for me no matter what." Stupid shit like that would be so funny. Speaking of pieces of shit, was that it?
Yeah, I can't believe you stupid asses think I'm actually successful. Like, I have been lying and cheating on taxes for years because of dumbasses like you.
Yeah. Freak 5's
fantastic.
Yeah, Freak 5 says connections cutting in and out. Taking my niece to get a surprise for her birthday. Oh, that's cool. Congratulations, Freak 5, and congratulations to your niece on her birthday. That's really cool.
Break wants a real life liar movie to happen.
Oh God, that would be so good. It would be so good.
And then Trump kicks his soda ass in the bathroom. Yes.
And then he like gets in front of like he has a press conference and he's like, yes, I did rape that woman, and yes, I did rape that girl with Jeffrey Epstein and all this, all that shit.
And yes, it's true, my penis is very small.
Just like my hands.
Yeah. Oh my God, my hands.
My gut is very fat. Yes.
And I weigh 325 pounds. Not the 239.
Honestly, I think it's like what they say, like 243. He weighs
239.
Yeah, and he's 5 foot tall.
Yeah, 239 is what he said, and that's total and utter horseshit. It just happened to put him underneath the.
I'm 270.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like we even get lies from his doctor billing and
I
stuff
know,
like that.
I know.
Like it's just.
So
And why people want this, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like the guy who earlier I said he insulted. Like this guy was actually thinner than him, and he was like, you know what? I still support him. I still love him. Like, dude, he just fucking fat shamed you, like compared to himself. Like, and you're sitting there like, I love him. And
Yeah.
it's not like a wrestler insulting you. Like he's not playing a heel. Like he really is that guy.
He kind of is playing a heel if you think about it, though, Break. I mean, that's the way he's played out
He's not playing anything. He is a heel.
Yeah,
he is a bad guy.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. Like he's not Chris Jericho, who is just acting basically.
Right. Yeah. No, I get it, but anyways, do you have anything else, Break?
No.
All right, real quickly. Speaking of pieces of shit, Steve King, Freak 5 knows this guy. He's in his neck of the woods in Iowa. He kind of defended rape and incest. He's like, we wouldn't be around if we took out rape and incest from our history. That's what he said.
Kinda. He flat out defended it.
Yeah. So, you guys in Iowa, guys and gals in Iowa, need to fucking vote that piece of shit out, man. He sucks. He's the worst. He's up there with Trump. He's the worst, man. So that's my stinko of the week. Eric, did you have another stinko?
No.
All right.
That's it. Like I feel like I monopolized the whole damn show.
Oh, it's all
my
good,
stinker.
man.
You both are done already.
No, it's all good, man. I mean, what more can you say about Steve King? He's a racist fucking piece of shit, man. I mean, that's just the way it is.
But anybody who sits there and listens to him and is like, yeah.
I know, I don't understand Steve King, man. Like how those people, like they did interview with a couple of people in his district, and they're like, this kind of makes us look bad, and it's like, you guys have the power to vote his fucking ass out. You know that? I mean, just vote him out.
I don't like. We've talked about this. Like I'm the most conservative guy on the show.
Yeah.
And I was raised like more conservative, and believed in a lot of conservative stuff. And I tried listening to people like Rush Limbaugh, but I'm like, no, like this guy's offensive. Like this isn't the values like I believe in.
Yeah. You actually.
I don't understand like how you can. How some people say they're for one thing, but then they'll listen to guys like Rush Limbaugh or Stephen King, like they'll say they're Christians, like I was, I was a Christian, like I believed in Christian values. There's no way that you can be. I don't understand how you can call yourself a Christian.
It's a phenomenon called moral licensing, where they're raised to be a certain way, like via Christianity, and then if they do those things, they're considered good.
Yeah.
So they don't try to improve on actually being decent people.
There's an interesting article. I'll have to find it for you, Breakman. But it's like
it's so sad to me that like people are they're brainwashed. Like even and like I just like no, like he's not. Like he doesn't. I'm not supporting like that guy. Like he doesn't support my values. Like, but I was still like consider myself conservative. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Conservative
you don't have to support like everybody. Like that's the whole two-party system. Obviously, is like a lot of the problem.
Right.
Well, because there's no. Because it's a black and white argument, basically, which it shouldn't be when we live in a world of gray.
Yeah.
You know?
To be honest with you, Breakman,
I feel like conservatism and even like the real conservatism is a failed political worldview.
Yeah, I agree.
Because people can't adhere to that without becoming pieces of shit.
Apparently.
Yeah. I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, Breakman. You know,
and it only gets worse if you like take conservative Christian values plus fiscally conservative values.
See, here's the thing,
and I really hated guys like Rush Limbaugh because it's like you were like pushing us into like you're like we're all supposed to be one party, and you're like the extreme hateful thing that we're not supposed to be.
Yeah,
and people are following you, and
I'll have to find this article for you, Breakman. But it was basically talking.
He's basically the original. He's basically the original Milo.
Yeah. Man,
that's very sad.
I'll try to find this article, Breakman. It was basically, saying what would it take for an evangelical to turn on Trump, and the answer was pretty much nothing. Like there's nothing.
I don't think there is anything. Like I think, like all the people who say they're not racist, if he said the N-word, they're like, well, that's not racist. He was just saying a word or something like that.
So they twist it.
If he shot someone on Times Square, they would say it was the other person's fault. He was defending himself or something like that, Well, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
yeah.
It's just,
anyways.
There were 10 commandments, and okay, so isn't one of them thou shalt not cheat on your wife or something?
Adultery.
I'm kind of drunk right now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Not covet thy neighbor's wife. Like, he's been married 3 times. Like,
they don't care, man.
Cheated on his wives.
Yeah.
Like, it's just. Among some of the other things he's done on there, but I've just
like rape and stuff like that. And you know what? If he could incest, he would too. I mean, he's creepster. Freak 5 says, as much as you drink, Break, were you a Catholic? How's that for a stereotype, Freak 5? So
there's a lot of Catholics in my family though.
let's I'm sorry.
So you said Protestant, so does that mean Methodists?
No.
Just Protestant.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
just not Catholic.
Yeah, basically, that's what it means.
Yeah, not Catholic. All right,
let's Christian and you're not Catholic. Yeah, so that was me.
All right, let's move on to.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet, Sweeto of the week.
All right, Breakman, do you have a Sweeto this week?
No.
All right, and I didn't see.
I've been so angry about the Epstein stuff.
I know, man. I think you got my tweet where I was like, I'm pretty much can guess what Breakman Stinko this week is.
No, you said Sweeto, so I ignored you.
Yeah, but so you did the opposite.
Well, it's because I was just like, he's Sweeto, and I've been thinking all this, like, he's gonna, like, all these victims are gonna be punished again because he doesn't get, like, there's no justice, and the people that are big shots, and we know, like, goddamn, there's a picture of Prince Andrew, like, holding the girl when she's, like, 16 that's accused of raping him, for God's sakes. Like, there's a picture of Donald Trump partying with, a video of Donald Trump partying with Epstein where he's like ramming women on their asses and shit.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing, but justice is coming, Breakman. Sometimes the wheels of justice turn super slow, and sometimes people get away with it. But I think this fire can't be put out, man. I think it's going to have to be after the Cheeto's out of office, but
I hope you're right.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Eric, I didn't see a Sweeto, so I'll just move on to my.
I don't have anything the other week.
All right, I'll move on to my Sweeto. New computer. So I got a new computer, new programs. I'm still.
It's a Mac, isn't it?
It is a Mac. It's a Mac Mini to be. The only downside is it gets really warm.
Does it fit in your tiny house?
How dare you?
It's not that $5,000 one, is it?
No. But it was an expense. But the only thing wrong with it is that it heats up. Like it's one of those 6-core, i7 6-core.
You don't have a fan in there?
There is a fan, but I have to get a program that'll adjust the fan to be on pretty much all the time because.
Also, did it have a coolant gel applied?
No, I don't.
Get that.
I don't know what the hell, but what I'm gonna do is just get a baggie and put ice in it, and then put like a towel over it, and just let it sit on there. So
that won't work.
It does work.
That'll seep through the towel. It's gonna short circuit things.
No. It's on a Ziploc bag. It's not. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no. The way I have is
condensation.
Eric, I have a towel underneath it, dude. So it's not. There's nothing gonna happen to it, but I have to figure out a solution because it gets way too hot. Like yesterday I was messing around and eventually it got way too hot to where it slowed to a crawl, and I'm like, this thing has 6 fucking i7 core processors. Like, it should be blazing all the time. But this is working.
Is there some sort of cooling unit you can buy for it?
You know what? I'm gonna look into that, Break. But the only thing is, like right now, I'm too close to the unit. So if I get like a cooling fan or something of that nature, I'm afraid that the mic is gonna. This mic is so good that it picks up any ambient sound. So. I don't know. I gotta find a solution, but for now, this is working.
That's the benefit of all these PC use, man.
Yeah.
You just go out and get a case that's built for like cooling and stuff like that before you even put your computer in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for a solution, man. But this is working okay. Like I've done by now it would have slowed down and gave me all kinds of problems, but this is working like a charm. Just putting this towel with a bag of ice on it, basically. So I know it's like ganky, but whatever. Dungeon says, "Yay, new technology toy." It's a desktop. It's a Mac Mini. That's what it is, Dungeon. But it's got it's blazing fast, man. It's got a 6-core i7 processor, and it does everything I need it to do. So I'm pretty happy with it. Plus, it's actually capable. I think of doing up to 5K, so I don't have a 5K TV, or an 8K TV, but anything in 4K looks really, really good on this Mac Mini. So it's a good machine. I just wish that it didn't run as hot, and I know it's because of the 6-core processors, but whatever. It is what it is. All right. Let's move on. Oh,
Frank's gonna have to take it to like a Kroger or a Biggs or I don't know what grocery stores you have out there. I'm just thinking of one there. And go back to their cooler and like sit in the cooler using it like, hey, hi, welcome to our.
Yeah, like dude in the freezer, stuff like that. He says, but towel and a bag of ice. Yeah, that's what I have to do, Dungeon, right now. Also it doesn't help that like this room is like the hottest in the whole house. So, and I can't put the fan on, although it is kind of on right now. But
the coolest place in my house was always the basement. So like I never had to worry about cooling systems because it was so cold down there.
Yeah, and Creek 5 is exiled.
Frank popped in when Frank is in the mini house using his Mac Mini to watch midget porn while he touches his micro penis.
And that is why Freak 5 is the king of exiles. You're exiled, son of a bitch. Dungeon wants me to get a radiator in here. Yeah, I should, man. Jesus Christ. Honey, there's a guy in the ice cream section with a PC. Yeah, exactly, Dungeon. Like take it to the store, like with the monitor, and just like sit in the move out all the.
Just put your computer in a freezer.
Yeah.
Like one of the people working the house. Is there something I can help you with, sir? No, I'm fine.
Yep, nope. You can't help me with that. You could leave me the fuck alone. That's what you could do.
The manager comes up like, sir, like this is a place of business. Like, you can't really do this right here.
Well, you said this is a place of business. I'm doing some business here. Now, why don't you get out of my damn business, son of a bitch? But, yeah. But anyways, let's move on to Free For All.
It's a free for all. Little baby. Yeah, it's a free for all. Wow. Suck it.
All right, this week's Free For All is kind of a fun little topic. So, if a new gamer came up to you guys, like somebody that was just getting into gaming, doesn't matter, young, old, whatever, what would be some of the game suggestions in each category? I'll just break them down: RPG, shooter, action, and one other wild card.
Adventure.
Adventure.
Novel.
Whatever.
So we got RPG.
Yep.
Action.
Sports are excluded because sports games are sports games.
Yeah.
Well, I don't agree with that because there are like sports like games like say World Cup. World Cup
arcade
soccer
style games. That's something. But like all the other ones that are simulators.
I like NBA.
NFL Blitz.
I like the NBA 2K games. Those are fun.
Yeah. Okay, so RPG, action. I'm gonna add sports, even though he doesn't want it in there. What else?
Shooter. So,
shooters. So that is just 4 categories?
Yeah, just 4 categories. We got to make this.
Does that mean like Doom, or does that mean like Gradius?
Both. Like not shmup, but like third-person shooter and first-person shooter. I'll break it down that way, and I'll start with you, Breakman.
Let me see here. I would. Well, it depends. It's kind of hard when we don't know their age because, like, I wouldn't recommend to a guy in his 60s who's never played games like Mario.
Hey, Grandma, do you want to play Doom? You killed demons in it.
Right,
Okay.
And I wouldn't recommend for a 5-year-old, like, hey, let's play some Halo.
Let me make it a little bit easier for everybody. Like to ease, it doesn't matter young, old, to ease people into getting into games. Like, what would you recommend?
Okay. Well, we didn't even have a category for it, but I'd recommend Tetris.
Yeah, of course. I mean, come on. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I recommend Puyo Puyo.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And for rhythm games, I'd recommend
Parappa the Rapper, man.
Yeah, that's one.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, Guitar Hero's fun.
Or Guitaru Man.
Oh, Guitaru Man's a great game. Great game.
I'd say, like, for somebody who's, maybe in their 60s and they always want to play guitar and they love old rock music.
Yeah.
Like, Guitar Hero would be great.
Yeah, that's a great game, man.
For turn-based RPG, I took just Chrono Trigger. Let's see, Drag Quest 8.
How dare you steal my thunder, son of a bitch.
Well, no, we want them to play games, not quit.
How dare you? You're exiled, Breakman.
Drag Quest 11.
Yeah.
Let's see. For strategy RPGs, Final Fantasy Tactics, Shining Force.
Civilization.
How dare you?
Why? You're going to say that? Is that why you're mad at me?
The SNES version of SimCity.
Oof. Yeah.
I'd prefer like a PC version personally, but I would if I was going to recommend.
I like the music of the SNES version. That's what I liked about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though my favorites are the tactics games, I'd recommend Civilization first because those games are like crack. Those are the one more turn games. You know, there's just I'll just one more turn and then just one more. I 2 hours later, I'm almost. Well, I can't quit now. I've almost conquered the planet. I mean,
I've never played a Civ game. I cannot ever find the time because I'm always playing something else.
Well, for Civilization Revolution, actually, I'd probably recommend first is to a newbie because they get them more accommodated.
Now, if they're an older person, I suggest Shin Megami Tensei 4.
Acclimated.
Acclimated. There you go. Slagar says Doom, Arkham Asylum, Wind Waker. Those are all great games, Slagar, for sure. Dungeon says if they play Civilization, they might never play anything again. Just one more turn.
My pyramid in New York is almost done.
Yeah,
and if they're into humor, I'd suggest the adventure game Discworld.
What about the point-and-click nature of Grim Fandango? That might be a good one to get people into.
Yeah. I've never played that. I need to play that.
It's fun.
I would recommend a Sims game too. He says they're neat Sims games, and that just reminds me of The Sims. I would definitely recommend The Sims for some people.
Yeah, The Sims is definitely.
It really depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can be surprised by what kind of games people like.
Yeah. You know what shooter I would recommend, and this is kind of a newer one, Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm's just crazy fun.
I'd also suggest for puzzle games. Bust a Move. If anybody's ever played snooker, it's exactly the same game.
Yeah.
But not ugly looking.
What about if you want an esoteric, kind of challenging game? What about The Witness? Witness is good. I kind of like that game, man. It's a little harder. It's not the most accessible game in the world, but there's enough there.
Also, on that note, Talos Principle I heard is good.
I got Talos Principle. The Humble Indie bundle for the PS4 was really neat. It came with Grim Fandango, Talos Principle, Bard's Tale. I got Shadow Warrior 2. I think I got Killing Floor 2.
I never jumped in on that. I missed out.
Yeah, it was a fun little bundle, man. There was 10 games or so for $15. It was worth it. Fate of Atlantis.
That's another good idea, is to recommend like bundles.
Yeah.
Too, because they're definitely you can get older bundles and then newer bundles. Like I'm playing
also,
Castlevania thing.
Yeah.
Back on RPGs, I'd also suggest Knights of the Old Republic.
Ooh, good one. That's a great suggestion. RPGs, of course, any Dragon Quest, but Dragon Quest 8 for sure.
And action games, like retro ones, I'd recommend Mega Man X.
Back to puzzle games or strategy games, I'd recommend Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, that's
especially the second one.
Yeah. Let's see. Shooter. I don't think I did a shoot. Oh yeah, Bulletstorm would be mine. Doom is another good.
Oh yeah. Baldur's Gate as well.
Oh, good game.
For shooters, I'd probably recommend Call of Duty, just because it's the closest you can get to like a realistic type shooter for a lot of people.
Yeah. Halo would be fun.
I know, and that's what most people want. They want they want the guns, they want the M16s and the AK-47 and stuff like that. I know a lot of the modern a lot of the current editions of Call of Duty aren't modern, but the next one coming out is supposed to be modern.
Yeah. Dungeon.
If you think about it, Dragon Age is an appropriate name for a game series that aged terribly.
Yeah.
Like the first game is good, and then it just goes downhill from there.
Yeah, Dungeon says Pillars of Eternity. That's a great game, Dungeon. That's an underrated game in my opinion. He says first Mass Effect. Jade Empire. I forgot about that. Definitely the first Dragon Age, not the second piece of shit. Planescape Torment. That's a decent one for sure. Pool of Radiance was kind of underrated too. I kind of like that game.
Those are kind of really like in-depth RPGs. Yeah. This is like a first-time gamer. We need to I think like we need to ease them in before we're saying like you need to go play Planescape Torment. Like they'd be like, I don't know. After like an hour, like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore.
That's like recommending Bloodborne right off the bat, man. That would turn people away so quick.
hey guys, do you want to play this creepy horror adventure game called Corpse Party?
Yeah, Corpse Party.
Do you want to play something that's like Corpse Party but not nearly as hardcore? Play Yumi Nikki.
Yeah.
Wow, Pool of Radiance is massively hardcore compared to today's RPGs. That's like throwing someone to the sharks.
It is, exactly. Man. Yeah, Pool of Radiance.
In games like Mass Effect, like I think that's like the original. I don't know. There were some hard parts in that one. It's just I'm trying to think of games that aren't massively hard. Like you want people to get into gaming and stay in gaming. Like that's like find something they enjoy. Like that's the reason we play games, because we love them.
Yeah, Silent Hill would be.
We don't play games because we want to punish ourselves. Yeah. We want to play games because we want to enjoy ourselves.
Oh, some of those horror games are definitely punishment, man. Yeah. Like the Resident Evil games were definitely punishment. Like those. Yeah. But Silent Hill is a good one. Silent Hill's a good one. If you like horror type stuff and want to get involved that way, Silent Hill would be a good entry point. I would not recommend Persona. Any of the Persona games, man. Those are.
I would recommend a Final Fantasy game, like Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. If you're getting into, like, as Derek said before, like he named a lot of Dragon Quest. Like those two games are like really the kind of entry point into RPGs for a lot of people. But I would recommend more of the older Final Fantasies.
Yeah, I would recommend. I might recommend almost any turn-based, like traditional turn-based RPG for RPGs, because like you have time to kind of think about what you're doing, you know. And they're not hard to like level up and you know stuff. Once you get the hang of it, like I remember first playing an RPG, and like. At first I was like, this is bunk. All I'm doing is fighting the same enemies over and over and over, you know. But that's how you grind and you gain levels and.
Hey guys, do you want to play this game called Kingsfield?
Oh God, Kingsfield.
Dick move. Like, not only would you lose them as a gamer, you'd lose them as a friend.
Hey, you know, I know this really.
I don't even like you anymore, you asshole. Yeah,
I know this really easy adventure game called Dark Souls 2. You guys should try that one.
I always make my friends play this game. This it's two initials. You've probably seen the movie. I mean, who doesn't love E.T.? Like, here, let's play this.
E.T. Yeah, Final Fantasy IV, Freak 5 says that'd be
and
good
not
one.
change the settings. So a lot of people don't know. Like, the biggest problem with E.T. is that it's preset on the hard setting.
Yeah.
You actually have to change it to easy.
Yeah.
And that was a big problem. So
Yeah.
don't change the settings and let them play ET on hard. And like,
Any-
what the fuck?
any
Like, when
of-
am I falling in this goddamn? Well, and when you fall in the hole, it's just not fun at all.
Yeah.
How do I get out of this fucking hole? I'm hitting the button. I'm doing what it's telling me in this goddamn manual. You're fucking lying to me, you piece of shit.
Bayonetta is a great game, Dungeon. I would recommend any of the Mario games, any of them actually.
But again, like it really depends on who you're talking to. I think. Like
Zelda, Metroid, any of those.
Zelda, yeah. That one actually. That I think. The way Zelda is, I think you can recommend that to a lot more people than a lot of the other games you recommended.
Yeah. Zelda would be a great game to recommend for almost anybody.
Not the original though. The original hasn't aged as well.
Yeah. Mario Odyssey.
Well, I think the original and especially like Link's Awakening, like those two games would be really too hard. But like modern Zelda, I think would be fun.
Yeah, like the modern Zelda games, like even Twilight Princess or
Not Breath of the Wild though. Breath of the Wild is a little too brutal.
Breath of the Wild is pretty difficult, man. It's a good game though. It's definitely fun. Just gotta be patient. That's all. That would be my recommendation for anybody playing almost any video game. Just be patient. You know, that's games do a lot more than make you a mass shooter like people want you to believe.
I'd watch the Invader Zim. So you're talking about the Invader Zim movie. I'd watch it, but I haven't watched the series yet. Is that streaming anywhere?
Yeah.
I think
it's a show that I always wanted to watch, but I never found time for.
Link to
some
the
of the
Past.
Castlevanias levels I've played make me want to go more on a killing spree than any of the Halo games I've played.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I just want to fucking rip my controller in half and fucking kill everything I see. Like, this is bullshit.
Well, games back
Fuck
in the
you.
day used to be like that, man, for sure.
I know.
Yeah, remember all the bird enemies from Ninja Gaiden? Or like Castlevania?
Yeah, just like the fucking Medusas in Castlevania. Like, I can't even fucking walk up some goddamn steps without you fuckers. Like, leave me the goddamn fuck alone.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so many different games. Nintendo's always a good entry point for anybody.
I'm
but
surprised no one on YouTube has done a video where they tried translating the experience of Bloodborne to a turn-based RPG.
oh my god, that'd be amazing actually. But you know.
He says argument Medusa heads. I hate those two. Dungeon Buster, yes.
You know-
Yes, they're in every fucking game, god damn it.
I
Like,
know, man. Those things suck, man.
pieces
Fucking
of
suck.
shit.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's gonna about do it. We're gonna have to do plugs. Breakman, what you got?
Medusa heads suck.
Yeah.
And you can follow me at break_man and at RPGrinders on Twitter. And either one of those, you can ask me to your Breakman questions. Because leave me alone, Medusa heads. I just want to jump that platform. You fucking pieces of shit.
8 eyes. Yeah. All right, Eric, your plugs, please.
I'll plug sites I've written reviews for, like Boston Bastard Brigade, where you can find a review of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, as well as Republique, which is long overdue, but I finally got it up there. But if you like those reviews or any of the other reviews I've written on sites like Boston Bastard Brigade or Total EGN or VogNetwork.com, you can go to my Patreon and you could give me as little as $1 to support me so I could do more. And the link is in the description. I'd be really appreciative of the help, any kind of help I get.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Eric?
You can find me on Twitter at EricRPG, and the link to the Patreon is there. Or you can just type my name in. Eric Kelly is writing reviews, making videos on Patreon itself.
Okay.
You can't find the link.
All right.
But that's it, really.
Alright, you can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. I'm on all the game consoles as RPGrinders, so you can look me up there. Thanks to everybody in chat. Freak5 was in there, Commander Root, Host Me Raffle, Wyland was in there. Lurks, Dungeon, of course, S1 Faka. I forgot to mention you earlier, S1. And our good friend Slagar. So thanks, everybody, that participated in chat. If you want to join the chat, you can join every Friday, 7 Eastern Time on Twitch. That's where most everybody is. But I do have the YouTube channel up as well. So if you want to join in there, that's fine as well. And that's about it. I don't have anything else to really plug. Just my Twitter and RPGrinders on all the systems. So make sure you add us or me. But that's about it. Anything else, gentlemen?
Freak 5 says Marble Madness was a horrible game. I
Freak
say
5,
we kick him from chat.
Yeah, Freak 5 is a horrible person
Did
and
he
is
play the
exiled.
arcade or the NES version?
Yeah, he's terrible either way. So there you go, Freak 5. You're exiled.
I royally suck at that game, but I think I had more fun watching other people play.
I think
their best was
I
better.
think people just like the music that Rare did for it.
Yeah, Slagar says I can't TMNT anywhere else other than Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, that's so true, man. All right, that's about it. Hey, stay safe this weekend, everybody. We want to see you back here next week. Till then, we're out.
So I wonder what kind of arcade games they do have at Chuck E. Cheese's.
We didn't get any cowbell this time.
Chuck E. Cheese and cowbell.
Yeah, there you go.
Cowbell just chase my cat away.
Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, Gauntlet.
Warrior needs cowbell.
Gauntlet 2 arcade.
Oh, yeah, Gauntlet was some good stuff,
Yeah,
man.
the Yellow Wizard needs food.
Yeah. All right, everybody in
Hey,
chat.
that was my character.
Everybody in chat, I'm working on the sound, so hopefully next week.
Does the cowbell exploded like a bomb when you shoot it then?
The wizard was my favorite, but if I wanted to troll, I'd be the elf, because the elf was just like, it was so fast you could go fucking take everything from people and shit.
I was always the grunt
Shoot
warrior.
food.
Yeah.
You
Shoot the
could,
food.
you can grief really good with the warrior too.
Yeah, yeah.
The warrior and the elf were the best for griefing.
The warrior was the best because he could just like be in the corner and just like wail on everything, like kill everything real quick, man.
And he could just block those hallways.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's this one place I need to get. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, are you gonna move?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I gotta go get another drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, everybody in chat, thank you
Don't touch
guys.
my controller.
Thank you guys so much. If you listen on archives, thank you all too.
Don't
You guys
shoot
rock.
the food.
Don't shoot the cowbell. Later, everybody.